moves like no one can. What'd you shoot? Where'd we play? Non-stop nonsense on deck today. Tune in, it's time for Common Man.
Oh, boy. Why should anybody aspire to be a common man, an average man? Do you realize what it means to be average? That means you're the best of the lousiest, and the lousiest of the best. Now, if we demand more and more for producing less and less, while the have-not nations encourage and inspire and indeed require hard work and maximum effort, if we deify the common men while they encourage and reward the uncommon ones, well, the end result of such a lopsided race as that is too obvious to require elaboration.
I mean, it's like, hello? You don't know nothing.
Sometimes when you practice, you'll set up chairs. And you run through chairs just to show zones and stuff. The Viking defense looks like it's chairs.
We're the state of hockey, and I think that proves it, so.
You're going to see a totally different team, even at home. We're a different beast.
Yes! Victory formation.
The victory formation.
Keep playing until someone puts the puck in the net. Lamb on the right side. In the corner, Oleksic. Schmidt now for Oleksic in behind. He centers. Yes! Kyle Schmidt! Cubs have won the championship! UND has won the championship! Kyle Schmidt with the game winner! Yeah, baby! I've seen enough out of Cousins, Paul. Put him on ice.
Only one way to beat us. Starts with the C and ends with a T.
I'm unlimited. Mr. Unlimited.
What do you think of my defense now?
You say?
A whole lot of character. I just want to say, you doubted us, but now we're here.
He's the clown from Brown. He's the fourth in the North. This is the Common Man, Dan Cole.
Ack, you and yours. I'm Common, East Tennessee. We're here until 3. Just the two of us. You know who did that song, Tennessee? I bet you know. It's a
Bill Withers.
Good guess, but not. It was Grover Washington Jr., not Grover Washington Sr., but Grover Washington Jr. It was a song called Just the Two of Us.
I know Will Smith did a rap cover of that song.
I wonder if it was the exact same song.
Well, it was the same beat and the same chorus, but obviously he just did rap verses.
Yeah. Just the two of us making castles in the sky. Just the. I remember it well because it was a very popular song that was getting heavy airplay while I was working at the donut shop. It's been ages since I recanted that tale. I actually forgot that I worked at the donut shop. Just another place of employment, another job that I got fired from at the donut shop. I was eating most of the product. They fired me for stealing. No, that wasn't it. It's back in my Haight-Ashbury days. I don't know if it was a Dunkin' Donuts. It was one of the chain ones. It must have been Dunkin' Donuts.
You don't remember which chain it was?
It was 1982. No, I don't.
Still.
Sorry. The guy who might have the worst memory of anybody I know, and admittedly so, and then because I don't remember what the Mr. Donut, I don't know, Dunkin' Donuts. Go to 1980 donut places, and then I'll be able to tell you if you find the right one. Why don't you Google that for me? I
mean, is that just common where people like worked at McDonald's but don't remember what the McDonald's they worked at?
I don't know.
And your memory ain't much better either. Clearly.
Well, I know. I admit it. See, you took offense to the.
I acknowledge that.
And so now.
But it doesn't mean as much coming from you.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. So I don't remember. Sorry, I don't remember the name of the donut shop. Now there goes all the momentum of my story because you had to question me. You don't remember the name of the donut shop? No, I don't remember. Would you do me a favor? Would you IHOP donut shops that were popular, chain donut shops in the 1980s that were popular, and they still might be popular to this day, and then I'll be able to tell you, and then we can move on with the story because it's actually a pretty good story. And I'd like to, I think you defended me.
Dunkin' Donuts, Mr. Donut?
It was Mr. Donut.
Tim Hortons?
It was Mr. Donut. So Mr. Donut on Coon Rapids Boulevard in Coon Rapids. And I was a baker at the donut shop. And so it was an overnight job. So you had to roll in. I don't remember what time. It'd be like 10 o'clock at night. You'd work to 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Then someone would open up. You'd move on your way. And they would have fresh donuts to sell. So I had it was back in my Haight-Ashbury days. And me and my running buddies, we were consuming a whole multicolored galaxy of uppers and downers and screamers and laughers. Did you know there's nothing more depraved than a man in the depths of an ether binge? More on that later. And I didn't get home until sunrise Saturday morning, right? I mean, I roll in and I'm bleary-eyed. I'm not, 3 sheets to the wind. That's an old boomer phrase for being really drunk and high. I go to bed. I get a call like at 7 o'clock. I've been asleep an hour and the phone rings and I answer. And it's the gal, the manager of the donut shop. I need you to come in. Someone couldn't make it today. Can you come in and bake and help me bake donuts? I can't. Why? Well, I just got home. I was honest with her. I've been partying all night.
Yeah.
I was drinking. I really need you to come in. I just don't think I can do it. I mean, I'm like an hour in, I'm hungover. She says, okay. I show up for my next shift and she says, you're fired. Why? Because you wouldn't come in and help me. I was hungover. I was in no shape to work. You still should have showed up. Okay. I'm fired. You have my last check. She did, and I left. I don't feel like I did anything wrong there.
Well, I'm curious as the person who originally was supposed to work the shift, and they let her down.
Yeah. Did
they get fired?
Well, that's what I don't know. They might have said, I was sick. Yeah, you would think they would fire them if they're going to fire me because I wouldn't come. She was just so angry at me. And I'm like, okay. I just didn't feel it was fair. But chalk it up to another, I'd forgotten all about being fired from the gas station, from 4 radio stations. Man. No, I got stories. I've been fired and hired more times than Billy Martin, but nonetheless. Here's my another PSA. Remember I told you a couple of weeks ago, I said brush and floss your teeth 2 times daily?
Yeah.
Because I went in for the, have you ever had a crown?
No.
Put on, oh man. I mean, so that was yesterday. A little over an hour. They give you the, what is it that they put in your...
Novocaine?
Novocaine, that's it. Thank you. See, I couldn't remember that name of that either. Now, cocaine, I know. Novocaine, I don't know as much. So they Novocaine me up, and she went at it, and apparently it was gnarly, and it took her a long time. And you got your mouth wide. They got wedges jammed in your mouth, and you're drooling, and the assistant's doing the best they can to keep all the water and the drool out. But it's No! Now, again, it's not like having your flesh torn off your body while you're alive or anything like that. But it was just it was a and I got a crown in there. And then I asked her. I said, it's at my Tom Cornelison was the dentist there. He retired last year, and then they sell their practice to somebody else. So it's a new group of dentists there, and I just stayed with them, right? And I asked her. I said, "Do you like your work?" That's the first thing I asked, because if you I always ask a doctor or a dentist or a nurse, whatever, so do you enjoy your job? Because if they go, no, I really hate it, then I was like, well, Maybe this isn't the best place to have, but she said she loves her job. She loves being a dentist.
So, did she say that in a robot voice?
No. She said she loves it. She gets to meet all sorts of different people. Every day is different. And then, of course, I guess they like staring in people's mouths. I wonder if you retire. I should talk to Tom. Because you've stared in people's mouths for 40 years, do you ever miss it? Yeah, are you just ever like out to dinner and you go up to somebody's table and say, hey, can I take a look in your mouth? I mean, because, you did it forever. Do you ever miss it? I don't know if people do. But now I got to go back again. Here's the other part, too. They put a temporary on there, right? They fit you for a temporary one. And then you're not supposed to eat anything chewy or anything really hard because it could break the temporary crown, right? I got to go back a week from next Wednesday, right? So I found myself today talking to Little B, and I'm eating Starbursts on that side.
You've got to be kidding me.
And all of a sudden I think about it. It's too late. Now it didn't pull it out, I don't think. It looks like I'm fine. And then yesterday I was...
You got the hardest candy of them all.
Yeah.
Was the choice you made.
And then I was eating pretzels yesterday, chewing on it. But I still think I'm okay. This one says, based on the common denominator of these fire shares, I'm guessing the donut lady might have had a few other strikes against Common prior to his dismissal. No, not a chance. I was there every night on. The one thing I know about, if you want to keep a job, you show up on time when you're scheduled to show up and you do the work that's required. Making donuts isn't that hard to do. Trust me, it's not. It's not nuclear science or whatever you want to call it. She was mad that she had to work by herself, and I refused to come in. And if I had been just a regular day where I hadn't been out all night till sunrise, it's not an exaggeration, and she called and said, well, sure, I can come in. Extra money. I'm hungover. I'm not coming in drunk and starting to cook donuts. I'm not going to do it. So I feel like that's just too bad. That's unfortunate. Somebody says I should have sued the place. Well, I don't think you can. Can you? And then, what are you going to...
That might be a good reason. I mean, you're not going to be able to get too much out of them.
Yeah. Maybe I get a dozen donuts. Or a baker's dozen. That's an extra one. That's 13. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Peek at the purple. Controversial Vikings news. Plenty more to get to. No Rosen today, apparently. He's still under the weather.
Huh?
Hopefully he'll be able to turn things around. We'll take a break. We'll come back. As I said, with controversial Vikings news next, Common Man program on the Fan.
KFAN welcomes some great shows to Mystic Lake Amphitheater. Leonard Skinner and Foreigner will be there August 16th, and Motley Crue will be there August 21st. Get the complete details on all our upcoming shows on the concert page at KFAN.com. Keep your calendar.
Club 13-14 past. I'm Common. He's 10B. There seems to be a lot of interest in my dismissal from, what did I say? Was it Dunkin' Donuts?
Mr. Donut?
From Mr. Donut. From my dismissal from Mr. Donut. So Common Man's dismissals brought to you by our friends at Affordable Electric. If you can get they'll take a look at your electrical system and see what you got. And they'll do it during the month of February. They do it for free. Matter of fact, here's what I'll tell you. I'll go right to the my cheat sheet and tell you exactly what they're willing to offer you. Hold on. I should have done this before, but I was busy responding to people's text messages. Affordable Electric is offering free electrical evaluations all month long. For the rest of the month of February, they offer free electrical evaluations. Call today and schedule your free estimate. Be sure to mention you heard us on KFAN. Affordable Electric, quality work, honest pricing, and safety you can trust. Affordable Electric, they're easy to get a hold of. Affordable-electric.com. Affordable-electric.com. They are shockingly affordable. This person, 10B, it looks like I could have had a lawsuit. This one comes from Dave in White Bear Lake. He says, it's illegal to fire someone because they refuse to come in to cover someone else's shift because they called in sick. That's Dave from White Bear Lake. So there you go.
No, I actually, I do think you could have had a lawsuit now.
Yeah.
You're only going to get so much out of it.
Right.
Because I'm sure it wasn't the highest paying job.
Well, here's what I'll tell you. Back then, any amount of money would have been a lot of money to me.
Sure.
Because I certainly was living check to check. So now here's some more controversy that's come up, Genevieve.
Uh-oh.
I don't even understand this. You tell me. Yesterday, during period 2 of the USA versus Sweden quarterfinal thriller, iHeart, Olympic Station, or a combination of the two decided to switch from live coverage of the hockey game to coverage of the women's aerials freestyle skiing finals. Skiing finals, mind you, had no Americans on the leaderboard. In fact, China at one point had a sweep of first place through third. Curious to see how that is more entertaining or desired in the American market than NHL players playing for the first time since the Sochi games. They switched back with 5 minutes remaining in the third period, but still questioning the decision to air women's aerial freestyle skiing in its place. Your thoughts? That is controversial. And,
that's interesting.
And you know what I would tell you, Genevieve? I think it's an outrage. I don't know what to say. I'm not even sure what he's saying. That couldn't have been here. We didn't. What were we airing? Barrera was on. Was that?
Yeah, I think there must be like some sort of iHeartRadio channel that's Olympic coverage related. I'm guessing.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know who made that decision. You'll have to take it up with the higher ups. I have no idea. I do know, Teneby, that both the number 1 and 2 seeds in men's ice hockey at the Olympics both had to go to overtime. And was it Minnesota that got the
Quinn Hughes game winner?
Got the game winner
in OT. It was 3-on-3 overtime.
And apparently Ben Leber's been nominated for a PST. I don't know if you found the audio, but it was this morning on the Power Trip Morning Show. He basically said the audio from the Quinn Hughes goal, just the sound of the puck hitting the post and going in, will live forever.
I always love that.
Now, Deuce, he's a relatively bright guy. I mean, he went to Nebraska. You know what the N on the side of the Nebraska helmet stands for? Knowledge. So I'm going to take his word for it, but I mean, I think that's... Do you think that will live on forever? The sound? Was it I didn't hear the sound. I guess maybe.
The thing ricocheted off the post and in. I mean, I don't know how
you're a hockey guy, so
I don't know how you would distinctly recognize it from any other shot off a post. It wasn't like it was
right.
Yeah, it's not like the sound of the ball is different off of Delman Young's bat than others, right? It's
maybe it is.
I mean,
maybe
most
we should
post shots sound similarly.
Maybe what we should do is for. What do we call it when we put stuff online on our socials? We call it
digital. Find it only on the Common Man program page.
I always told we don't have program pages anymore with digital.
No, we don't. We haven't had them for years.
Yeah, we've moved on from that. I'm a little behind the times, and I got a bad memory. I think, but I think I forgot if I did. Maybe what we can do is get the audio from Minnesota's winning goal, and then for digital, you and I can shoot pucks and try to see how many times we can hit that and see if it does.
I always love that one.
See if there is.
I mean, he probably shoots a little harder than ours, so it might be a little different. But
yeah. Let me ask you this:
like, if you just played that post sound, like someday in the future, I wouldn't be able to go. Yep, that was the post that Quinn Hughes hit.
But maybe you could.
In Milan.
Maybe you could if we compared it to others. I'm saying if we did a test, maybe you'd go, no, that's different. It has a nice ring to it. I don't know, but both Canada and the United States got pushed to the limit by a 8 seed and the 7 seeds. And I guess I have to apologize. I mean, I'm not paying as close attention to hockey in general and specifically Olympic hockey as I once did. But I thought, let's just dispense with the nonsense of all the other teams. Let's just schedule the gold medal game and do a 2 out of 3, as a matter of fact, make it really kind of exciting. add a little flavor to it, and then just have all the other teams play for bronze. But as we saw yesterday, both the United States and Canada were pushed to the brink, and then they won in overtime. Hughes' goal, brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, it was 3-on-3. Quinn Hughes staying out longer than he probably needed to be. He basically pulled the Jack Morris and said, "You're not taking me out of the game," and stayed on the ice. And 3-on-3, it's a lot of possession game. There's a little bit of weaving. So Boldy was out there. Boldy was the one who dropped the puck to him. And then it was basically, Austin Matthews kind of set a pseudo pick on one of the Swedish defenders, which gave Quinn Hughes just a little bit of room in the slot, and then rip it off the post and in, and I'll never forget the sound of that. But I won't either. You said 8 and 7 seed. That's a little deceiving.
It is.
Well, I mean, technically they are the 8 and 7 seed, but when you think of 8 and 7 seed versus 1 and 2, you think of, well, they don't have much of a chance of winning, and that Sweden's a really good team. Sweden is a top 3 team in the world, if we're not having Russia there.
Okay.
And Sweden just unfortunately lost one game in the opening round, the preliminaries, that put them in the 7th spot, but that they were basically toe for toe with the United States. All their players are NHL players.
Yeah.
It's not like Slovakia, who we played in the semis now, like a third of their team is going to be NHL players, where Sweden, they were all NHL guys, including some Minnesota Wild players on there.
Player for player, do you think the United States overall has a better lineup of NHLers than Sweden and Canada? Is Canada better? You talked about the Canada's, the line of McDavid.
Canada's.
They got the MC line, right? The McDavid, the McSomething else, and McSomething else. Who are they?
Now, Crosby got hurt in their game yesterday and didn't return, so I don't know what his status is going to be moving forward. So that'll be a little bit of a hit for Canada. Canada's high-end talent is as good as anybody. Nobody's matching their high-end talent.
And what is there? Isn't it 3 guys that are MC? McDavid?
McKinnon, McDavid.
Yeah, and isn't the other one an MC? I thought too. I thought all 3 were. McKinnon, McDavid, and another guy who started with an MC.
Well, there's McCarr.
Yeah, McCarr.
He's not an MC, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's M.A.
M.A. Okay, very good. So,
and they got a 19-year-old kid named Macklin Celebrini, who's an absolute stud.
When do we play the gold medal game? When is that?
Well, they play tomorrow in the semis. So USA will play Slovakia tomorrow to get to the gold medal match.
Okay.
Canada faces Finland. And then I think the gold medal match will be 7 a.m. Sunday morning.
Do we just dispense with those Canada, United States? They'll both win, right?
It's hockey. I would favor them to win. I would choose them to win.
Yeah, I think they will.
But Finland's always dicey, especially in a one-game format. Well, Slovakia, talent-wise, should not be able to match the USA, but I'll tell you what, they're playing as well as anybody in the Olympics so far. They're getting the most out of it.
Well, my hockey predictions for the Olympics have been perfect so far. I said it would be the United States and Canada in the gold medal game, and they look like they're on a collision course. That could change after the results tomorrow, but we'll see how that goes. A peek at Common Man's dismissals were brought to you by Affordable Electric. For all of your electrical needs, affordable-electric.com. Team Peterson, they're on their way to the gold medal match, I think. And so we'll talk about that.
Well, not the gold medal match. They're in the semis.
Oh, I thought I saw.
They advanced to the Final Four. The top 4 teams qualified.
Oh, I thought they got past that.
I mean, they're guaranteed a bronze medal match.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. We'll break. We'll come back.
We got PST on the other side too.
Oh, do we need to do that?
Yeah.
That's right. We do. We have pairings and results coming up next here on the Common Man program on the Fan.
West Region.
The number 6 seed in the West region is Michael Rapino, the CEO of Live Nation Ticketmaster, who believes that concert tickets are, quote, underpriced and has been for a long time. He went up against the number 11 seed, Chris Collinsworth, on the long delay, said, quote, the hardest thing to do in football is get warmed up. Saying concert tickets are underpriced is very preposterous. It wins 82 to 18%. Michael Rapino advances.
Here's where I'll stick up for Michael Rapino. I've noticed that Flop, Sweat, and Tears tickets are underpriced as well. I think they should. I think we should be charging more.
Good luck with that. Try that.
We're going to give away 2 pairs, not 1, but 2 today for Flop, Sweat, and Tears this Saturday, Cato Ballroom. But that's a little bit later.
East Region.
The number 1 seed in the East region is Tim Brando. During the week Charlie Kirk was assassinated, he said, quote, "In what has been a tumultuous week for our country, college football is here to save the day." Up against the number 17 seed Alec Lewis, who said, quote, "Usually when a guy changes numbers to a single-digit number, they look faster, they look more agile, they look quicker." Very close 1 versus 17 matchup.
Hey, Lou?
51.2% to 48.8%. Tim Brando takes down Alec Lewis.
I wish people would just do it for. We want the locals to go deep. I do. That's too bad. That is preposterous. Isn't it funny how I didn't forget about my comedy show, though?
It's funny how you remember that part. Yeah.
I remember my comedy show and even wedged it into PST, Triple B.
If it has to do with you, all of a sudden your memory's great. It's about your golf round, you remember everything.
It's amazing. Indeed it is.
East Region.
The number 8 seed Kendrick Perkins said, quote, "This is how I look at Cooper Flagg. If LeBron James and Kevin Garnett had a baby, you'd get Cooper Flagg."
That's so good.
He went up against the number 9 seed Nick Nelson, who tweeted, "If things click for the Twins, they'll have a very realistic shot at the number 1 seed in the AL. They and other central contenders can once again bank wins against Chicago White Sox, and no team in the East or West looks like a powerhouse with Yankees besieged by injury." Nick Nelson advances 65 to 35% over Kendrick Perkins.
Way to go, Nicky.
East Region.
Number 4 seed Shedeur Sanders on his frustrating NFL draft experience said, quote, "This feel like people who be in jail for something they ain't do." He went up against the number 13 seed Ryan Clark, who said, "Caleb Williams has to understand that going backwards never helps you move forward." Well, Ryan Clark's moving backwards because he got spanked by Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah.
87 to 13% Shedeur with the dub.
Anytime you compare anything in sports to being in prison, you're generally going to be you're going to move on in the PST.
East Region.
The number 5 seed is Jim Harbaugh on the Chargers win over the Eagles. He said, quote, "I'd put it in the discussion of the birth of my 7 children and my marriage." Sure, his wife loved that one. He went up against the number 12 seed Carl Ravitch, who said, "Since January 4th into Tuesday, the SEC teams are 82 and 82. There's no dominant group of teams." Jim Harbaugh, pretty easy win here, 62 to 38% over Carl Ravitch.
Jimmy a winner on the field and off. Love it. Congratulations.
He's probably not in his own household, though.
Well,
not a winner.
Yeah, that's true.
East Region.
The number 6 seed John Bonus said, "You're probably never happier at a job than when you're underpaid."
You would concur, right? No, wait, you're not happy. You're unhappy and underpaid.
Well, there's a reason the committee put it in the preposterous statement tournament. The number 11 seed is Isaiah Thomas on LeBron warming up pregame without a shirt on said, quote, "I totally 100% object to this. The professionalism in our NBA league has diminished so much." John Bonus, easy win, 86 to 14% over Isaiah Thomas.
Is gold medal hockey happening right now at the women?
For the women, yes.
Yeah. Why don't I have it on in here?
I don't know. You have it on USA?
Well,
semi-breakaway.
I would prefer the figure skating, but, I'll do the old... Remember, we got admonished by a text messenger earlier that said, the iHeart Olympic channel or whatever it is decided to jump away from United States men's hockey yesterday to go to aerial ski jumping. So I don't want to be that guy. So tell me what channel I have to go to so I can get
Should be 825.
Very good. All right.
And it's 0-0 late in the first. USA only 5 shots on goal so far. They're getting outshot 8-5.
East Region.
Number 3 seed is J.J. Redick. He called out the ref saying, quote, "Luka got tripped. That was a blatant trip. He doesn't just fall on his own." He went up against the number 14 seed John Creasel because his flight to the Virgin Islands won't have seatback entertainment. He said, quote, "We're going to be roughing it." Close game here, but J.J. Redick wins 53 to 47%. Unfortunately for John Creasel.
East Region.
All KFAN matchup here in the 7-10. Eric Nordquist is the 7 seed. He asked, "Where is Chicago State?" He went up against the number 10 seed, Brett Blakemore, on November 25th. He said, quote, "The Bears won't win another game this year." Well, Brett, you won't win another PST match this year because you fall to Eric Nordquist 58 to 42%.
Did you get the email from Matt in Little Falls that he found the audio for...
I still have to track that down, yes.
Nordo. He's got the audio of Nordo going.
By the way, I appreciate the podcast times. The problem is podcast times can be a little different sometimes for different people.
Okay.
It's better if you're listening live and you hear it at like 10:09.
Yeah.
I can go back and get it at 10:09, so that's easier.
Yeah. Are the listeners capable of just cutting it up and sending it to us and doing our work?
Some of them are, yes.
Yeah. Why? Matt, closed circuit, cut it up. Deuce, cut up the sound. Deuce heard the Leber thing today and wanted me to get you to get it. I said, well, Deuce, you do it. He couldn't do it. I just would love to hear Leber say, the sound of the puck hitting that pipe will live on in infamy, basically. It's just too good. Anyway.
East Region.
The number 2 seed is Tim Hardaway. He said, quote, I think Bol has the same abilities as Victor Wembanyama. He went up against the number 15 seed, Parker Fox, discussing how he burns calories rapidly. He said he can burn, quote, 4,000 calories after a couple hours of golf. Parker Fox currently in Italy as we speak, watching USA versus Canada as his fiance, Taylor Heisey, plays for Team USA. I have to imagine, though, bigger moment for him will be
upset alert.
He takes down the number 2 seed, Tim Hardaway. Parker Fox advances 54 to 46%.
All right, I'm right now. How many calories do you burn walking 9 holes of golf? So I'm assuming he's talking about walking. Let's just see what AI says. Between 350 and 720 calories. He said 4,000.
4,000.
4,000. Like I said yesterday, he would have to be sprinting at top speed from each shot for 18 holes to even come close to 4,000 calories. Congratulations.
Yeah, big upset.
Yeah, it's a big upset.
Our biggest upset so far.
And well-deserved.
All right, these are the ones you can vote on right now on KFAN's X account at KFAN1003. By the way, USA Canada off to the first intermission in women's hockey. It is 0-0 after 1.
South Region.
I thought what I said about Parker Fox was my best contribution of the day, and it took 45 minutes into the show to finally add something worthwhile. Thank you.
The number 1 seed is Kendrick Perkins. Here's what he said about Shedeur Sanders.
Shedeur Sanders is the most powerful black man since 2009.
I thought he was the most
polar. You know what happened in 2009?
Yeah.
That's when President Obama got elected in office. He's the most powerful black man since 2009.
I thought he was the most polarizing. No.
That's his dad.
Yeah, that's his dad.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, that's what Meat Sauce said. Most polarizing person on the planet.
Kendrick is going to go up against the number 17 seed, Eric Nordquist. Here's what Nordo said about Kirk Cousins last offseason.
I think Kirk would almost be happier just potentially leaving the league because he's not chasing dollars. I think he legitimately chases wins.
That's a pretty good number 17 seed right there.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, if there weren't singing matches, he wouldn't even be in, and that would be a travesty. It really would.
South Region.
The number 8 seed is Meat Sauce. He said, quote, sometimes I think too deeply. He'll go up against fellow power tripper Chris Hockey, the number 9 seed, who said Paul Allen asks KOC the, quote, tough questions the other play-by-play guys wouldn't.
Is he upset about that one? Because I know he didn't like the other one where he was nominated for going on a ship or whatever.
I haven't heard about him being upset about this one. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty preposterous.
Somebody accused me of being, you give hockey a hard time, and how about you when I was defending myself with the putting thing?
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't saying I shouldn't be included. And if you think that's preposterous, you can, but obviously not enough people did. Enough people know that I'm really good with the flat stick because I got eliminated. So, sorry.
South Region.
The number 4 seed is Cam Newton on Nico Iamaleava saga. He said, quote, whoever advised this kid to sit out and chase in hopes of more money is a fool, because the reality is this, is just to make your college experience comfortable. This is not forever money. You have to understand that even though you're talking about millions and millions and millions of money, this ain't it, bro. You at 19 years old, but that money ain't going to last past 24.
Yeah.
Cam's going to go up against the number 13 seed, Lane Kiffin. Here's what Lane said after signing his contract with LSU.
How cocky is he?
Doesn't know what his contract is.
Yeah, he's just being cocky. Yeah, money, who cares?
Yeah.
20 million this, 10 million that. What's it?
South Region.
The number 5 seed is Adam Lefko. Here's what Lefko said before number 7 Michigan took on number 12 Gonzaga.
You're getting ready for the biggest game of the night. This is, I don't even think it's arguable, the best non-conference college basketball game that we have seen in years. I'm talking decades.
Number 7 versus number 12. Biggest game, non-conference in decades.
Decades.
Lefko will go up against number 12 seed Draymond.
The last time there was a matchup that intriguing, I think the Egyptians were building the pyramids.
Draymond Green's the number 12 seed. He said he deserves credit for Karl Anthony Towns' Game 1 performance. Quote, his attitude was great, and I'm taking credit for that. Cat has been a different person since our debacle.
So good.
South Region.
This number 6 seed, Parker Fox, he's back at it. He said, quote, weddings cost $50,000 and there's nothing you can do about it. He'll go up against the number 11 seed, Brian Oak, who said, quote, Oasis getting back together will rival the Beatles getting back together.
This is a really good matchup.
It's unfortunate someone has to lose.
What did the one guy say in the other one with 7 and 12? What did he call that?
The greatest non-conference basketball game in decades.
This might be the greatest PST matchup in decades. Of course, we've only been doing it 13, 14 years.
South Region.
Number 3 seed is Gophers defensive back John Nestor on their defense after their win over Northwestern State. Said, quote, I've got so much love for this team, our HAVOC defenses. Man, we're the best in the country, and I'm going to say that right now. We can go toe-to-toe against anybody in the country. He'll go up against the number 14 seed Joe Klatt, college football analyst. On the college football playoff, he said, quote, we don't want Cinderellas. We want the best teams playing each other at the end. The NCAA basketball tournament is a joke. It's the dumbest tournament and the least fair tournament in all of sports.
Okay.
South Region.
The number 7 seed is Gilbert Arenas. Here's what he said about the Indiana Pacers in the NBA Finals.
If you're Indiana, are you just happy you got here? I think them being here does them up because now I think the Indiana fan base actually think that they're a legit championship team.
Well, I mean, they did take OKC to Game 7, so they almost won the championship last year.
They did indeed.
Gilbert will go up against the number 10 seed broadcaster Michael Kay, who called the Yankees' new facial hair policy a, quote, seismic change that stunned the baseball world.
I'm getting inundated with emails that said they couldn't hear the Lane Kiffin audio. Do we know why that is?
I don't know why that is. It is coming, I think, just in one channel. Do I need to repeat what he said,
well,
at least?
Well, maybe you could, I guess.
Basically, Lane Kiffin said...
he doesn't know how much money he's making.
I don't know what my contract is here.
I just don't even know how much I'm making. He goes, then he just says something like, might be financially irresponsible, and then the media members chuckled a little bit, and he said, but I just don't know how much I'm making. I have no idea.
South Region.
The number 2 seed is Steve Mariucci. He predicted that Max Brosmer in his debut would throw for 485 yards and be known. Oh no, I have audio for this. Let me play the audio.
Well, let's see if we can hear it this time.
I know an undrafted quarterback free agent today for the Vikings that's playing quarterback. We all know his name, Max Brosmer. Max Brosmer. He was over at New Hampshire, and then he transferred in the portal over to the University of Minnesota, Rich. All right, so he went to camp, and you know what? He's going to smash the record. 485 yards today, and you know what? He's going to be known as the new American underdog.
He'll go up against the number 15 seed Washington Commanders owner Marjorie Harris.
How does she come up with that even? I mean, I don't think any team is America's team, but she has to. Their arch rival is called him. Maybe she was just trying to jab them. Maybe she was trying to stick a thorn in their side, but preposterous indeed it is. And there you go.
That's it. You can vote right now on KFAN's X account at KFAN1003.
You know what else you can do right now? You can buy tickets for Flop, Sweat, and Tears. We're going to give away 2 pairs before the day is over. It's Saturday at the legendary Cato Ballroom. We haven't been to Mankato in a couple of years. Ticket sales, I wouldn't call them brisk, but they're better than tepid. What's between tepid and brisk? But we appreciate that. Meh. When we come back, a little 5-3-4. Tennessee, got a tease, please?
Another big quarterback name being attached to your Minnesota Vikings.
The Common Man.
That show is so creative and so funny. I've never laughed harder in my life. I'm not kidding. I rolled literally on the floor laughing. That's iconic. It's so funny.
Weekdays at noon on The Fan.